Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Summer ain't allowed to be no city girl?
No.
Hi ladies, it's Yoni and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the viral clip that is floating around on TikTok where Caresha is sitting down with Jason Lee for an interview, and she openly admits that she doesn't want her daughter to be a city girl, while also saying that there isn't anything wrong with being a city girl. So let's go ahead and take a look.
So you both came into the game as JT and Young Miami and then became the city girls. And then you became the city girls, I think, at a time where the culture was shifting, where I really feel like the OnlyFans culture has just changed the world. And the city girls culture paired up, I think, with that at the same time, because now it's lit to be a city girl.
Right.
You know, it's all the Bible belts sitting there swaying with their Bibles right there saying they done ushered this whole movement in, where I feel like powerful, like being a male for years, men have been forever. So I feel like women embracing their sexual self and the city girls ushering it in to make it normal. Did you take credit for that?
I'll take some credit because I feel like it's important to it. Like, you can feel sexy as a woman. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I feel like it's okay to be being not just be like being. It's just being free with your body, free with your like your sexiness. And I feel like we did contribute a little bit to that because we came and we made it like more okay. Even though it always been okay, we made it more like a little trendy a little bit. Honest.
But what if Summer comes to you as pretty as she is and says, "Mom, I want to be a city girl"?
She ain't gonna be no city girl.
So Summer ain't allowed to be no city girl?
No. I want her raised totally different. Like, you know, I don't even want her to even see the light of day like that. Like, I really want her to just be like, you know, like level-headed, a schoolgirl, and just on a whole nother wave. Like, you know, I kind of was raised different, so I don't want to raise her up how I was raised. So, you know, I'm a city girl, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I don't want that for my daughter.
So your mom, she went to prison for murder, got out. You celebrated her being released. What's your relationship with her now?
Me and my mom was always been best friends.
Did you learn how to parent from how your mother parented or the mistakes she made in parenting you? And what did you do different? She
was always a great mom. Always. Like, we never like wanted for nothing. She always gave us like the best life she could give. Something that I learned from her is like time is precious. So whenever I could spend time with my kids, I would want it. Like,
how old is he now?
He's 9.
So in like 4 more years, five more years, he's going to turn to a whole different person.
I think he'll be calm though. Like his dad was like that. His dad was real calm, reserved, collective. I think that's how he gonna be. I don't really see trouble for him. He don't even give me trouble now. Like, he's not disrespectful. He's not like that.
Well, clearly that's because you're raising him right. So can he bring a city girl home?
For sure.
So your son can have a city girl, but Summer cannot be a city girl.
No, I don't want that for Summer.
I'm pretty sure a lot of you are wondering, what is a city girl? Although there isn't a single definition, for the most part, it seems to be a woman who prioritizes her bag, is sexually empowered, and only deals with men who can help up-level her financially. Some people compare them to gold diggers, and others see them as empowered women throwing deuces to the patriarchy. Urban Dictionary offers a few definitions, with one being a woman who doesn't have the funds to support the lifestyle she dreams to live, so she hunts down wealthy men to help. Before I weigh in and give my final thoughts on Caresha, I have to highlight the fact that she had a very rough upbringing. At the tender age of 22 years old, she was left to raise two of her siblings because her mother got convicted of murder and was sent off to prison for 5 years. So she's been in survival mode since she was a child. JT as well. She was kicked out of her aunt's house at the age of 13, and when she asked to move back home to live with her father told her that she needed to figure it out.
My mom, okay, I moved from with my dad when I was like 13 years old, and I went to live with my aunt and my cousins because I felt like they was so cool. Like they was having their way and they was doing what they wanted to do. When I got down there,
Where is this? This is in, where was this?
I was living in Opelika, like Caresha City and Opelika with my dad.
Right.
And then I moved to Liberty City. My mom's side of the family is from Liberty City. I used to cheer for Liberty City, and
of course you cheered. You're probably so cute.
Yeah, and then I got down there and I realized they can't do what they want. This is fucking poverty. Like, and so I went from like a decent home, no shade to my aunt, but she'll tell the truth too. We was struggling, so bad, and my dad would give like $300 a month, and she would keep it because she got to put grocery and all of that stuff. So I wouldn't have nothing no more, and then I wanted to go back home to my dad, but that's why I resent my dad now. Like, I don't really fuck with him like that because I wanted to go back home. Like, I'm like, all right, like, I want to go back home. But he never let me. Like, he never let me.
Why?
From 13. The last words I remember is, you made your bed, lay in it. So it was like.
How does he feel about now? Like, where you at now?
I don't really talk to him like
you
that.
don't have any talk?
I don't have nothing against him, but I don't really talk. I feel like I'm a dog. I don't really
But it hasn't been relayed to you? Like, I gotta believe he's somewhere bragging that his daughter is one of the
Probably
city girls.
he think he's a DJ. Well, he's a DJ, but of course he is bragging at one of his
He's a
daughters.
hustler too.
He's a hustler.
There has to be pride in what you've been able to accomplish. I mean,
Yeah.
has to be.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom must be for sure.
My mom is. I'm always inviting my mom. My mom is like I take care of my mom. She's well taken care of.
Both of these women, yes, they do promote a lifestyle that is questionable, but you have to consider how they were raised and the childhood that they came from. Before I give my final thoughts, I wanted to include more context. So if you're still wondering what does city girl mean, the slang, it states here a man or woman from the city who tends to be on the promiscuous side. It also states here because a lot of men take issue with this lifestyle, but they are the main consumers and supporters when it comes to the lifestyle. They are the main sponsors when it comes to the lifestyle. It states here men in their 30s and 40s report the most frequent use of pornography. It also states here OnlyFans has primarily female creators and male audience members. There are more male users, aka followers, than female subscribers on OnlyFans, as 69% of OnlyFans users are male and 31% are female. Nonetheless, there are more female than male creators on OnlyFans, as female creators have a greater success rate. Also, the average age of members with paid subscriptions is between 35 and 44, which I thought that was interesting because that aligns with the report that states men in their 30s and 40s frequently use pornography. So it shows that the PPV social media platforms target audience is adults since they have the money to pay creators. This also boosts the average OnlyFans income. So a lot of these women who partake in this city girl lifestyle would be out of a job if men weren't the main consumers.
I want her raised totally different. Like, I don't even want her to even see the light of day like that. Like, I really want her to just be like, like level-headed, a schoolgirl, and just on a whole nother ways. Like, I kind of was raised different, so I don't want to raise her up how I was raised. So, I'm a city girl, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I don't want that for my daughter.
My final thoughts and things that we can learn from this interview is the simple fact that Caresha and JT use this lifestyle as a means to survive. They promoted this lifestyle as a means of survival. These women have a survival hustle mentality, and that is how they got to where they are today. However, if you are a modern woman, you are an average woman in society, and you're taking on this lifestyle and it's not truly a means of survival for you, it's something that I would think twice about, because Caresha is against it completely, because she understands that if she was for it, she would be putting her daughter back in survival, and the hustle and bustle when it comes to being in survival, she would put that on her daughter, and she doesn't want that for her. She wants more for her daughter. She wants her daughter to go to school, to be educated, and to be better than her. I truly believe the reason Caresha has this outlook when it comes to her daughter is because the lifestyle was forced onto her as a means of survival, and she does not want that for her daughter. This is very similar to male rappers in the hip hop industry, where they talk about how they were out here slanging dope, and then when they started their rap career and it took off, they left that lifestyle behind, and when they started having children, they started having kids, they didn't want their kids to follow in their footsteps. This is the same thing. So I don't understand the shock factor behind this viral clip. I think a lot of people are confused on what entertainment is versus what real life is. And when it comes to being in these streets, it doesn't matter if you're out here selling drugs or if you're out here escorting, sugar babying, or whatever the case may be. That lifestyle is not easy. And a lot of people that are partaking in it, they're partaking in it for survival, not for luxury and not for leisure, because the lifestyle is not easy. Caresha isn't the only female rapper with this mindset. I've seen Cardi B as well say some interesting things in some of her interviews, and she's always talking about culture and how she wants her to be educated, she wants her to be focused on school, and she's a proud mother on her Instagram as well, and she's always posting these mommy videos with culture, and she also keeps her away from the lyrics that she's out here creating. She keeps her away from the music and just the overall lifestyle that she came from, because she does not want that for her daughter. Lastly, you have to question why women don't want to be a part of the lifestyle that they at one point promoted. You have to ask yourself why. Because Cardi B has done it, and so has Caresha. You have to ask yourself why they no longer want to be associated or a part of the lifestyle that they came from, and why some girls feel the need to go towards that lifestyle full speed. It does not make sense, because the very women that promoted it at one point and came from it at one point want to escape it, and they don't want the same lifestyle for their daughters. That's all that I have regarding this video. I wanted to point this out to young women and young girls today to think twice about the path that you choose, because a lot of the women that promoted that path, they are walking away from it. Please comment down below your thoughts and your opinions on this topic. I would love to hear from you, and if you would like to add to my commentary, comment down below. This is Real Talk with Yoni, and I will catch you in my next one.